Season's greetings to all. Again, Happy New Year to all our viewers on Caribbean American News Media Platform. We are on tonight a little early because it is a holiday and there is nothing else happening at this time. And so we, as here at Caribbean American News, made a decision to come on so that we can spend the rest of the evening with you, our viewers, on the Caribbean American News Platform. Share the live, folks. Tell a friend that we're on. Let folks know that we are on. A lot of people are not expecting us to be on, but I say to you a happy birthday to everybody, all my friends, Catherine and Geoffroy and all our beloved who are logging in, those of you over on our YouTube channel who are just rushing in. Greetings to you. At this time, I cannot see your comments over on our YouTube channels yet, but greetings to you, friends. We are here, we are together again, and it's just been a roller coaster of a 2023. Tonight we're going to look at some of the latest developments in the news around the region, and we will have a sneak peek back into the year 2023. We have some reports on the homicide, on the crime numbers there in St. Lucia. We also have some numbers coming out of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. There are more developments around the world, in Japan and also in Barbados. We will keep you updated right here on Caribbean American News Media Platform. Stay tuned as we begin the program. No time to lose.
The content on this platform may not align with the views of a certain party or organization. It's important to note that the views and opinions expressed on a platform are often those of the individual contributors and not necessarily reflective of the organization. In this case, Caribbean American News Media may not be held responsible for the content posted by its contributors. It's important for individuals to critically evaluate the information they encounter and consider multiple sources before forming their own opinions. If you have specific concerns about the content on the platform, it may be helpful to address them directly with CAM. The content
Caribbean American News Network, the news you report. Let's get to work with the one and only Garfield Olliver, the most loved on Facebook. Tag a friend, tag a hack, share the page.
All right, so let's get to work, folks. We are on live with Caribbean American News Media Platform, and we're here to help you through this new year. It is the first day of 2024. For those of you who are just waking up, it is January the 1st, the 1st of January 2024. We have just buried 2023, yet there are a number of ghosts of the past that will come back to bite us. Yes, my friends, we will look back at some of the latest developments coming into this new year. We invite you to share the live, tag a friend, let them know that we're on. And if you have not subscribed or liked the broadcast, this would be a good time for you to do so. Again, you're on to Caribbean American News Media Platform.
Under UCC Law Sections 1 to 207, 1 to 308, I am imposing my reservation of rights.
All right, and so we are back with our breaking developments. Let's get into our news for tonight. And remember that we bring to you the news that you report, other media houses report. You report on Facebook, you report on YouTube and all social platforms. These are the news that you report, and you will have my opinion on these news. All right, you will get my opinion and latest on these latest developments in and around the world. All right, good. Again, I want to wish you a happy New Year's. Let us go over to St. Vincent. There is an investigation going on by the Royal St. Vincent Police Force concerning a gang rape A young woman was raped by a gang of men over there in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Yes, my friends, as we were reporting, one female was raped. That was 3 days ago by a group of men in St. Vincent. The police there in Kingstown, the authorities, they are investigating. So we await more breaking news on this latest development over there in St. Vincent. Let's go over, my friends, to Japan. It was reported on the 1st of January, I believe. Let me just get my information right. I believe sometime yesterday, between yesterday and today, major earthquake strike Japan. Yes. And so the folks there have been bracing themselves for the effects of high waves coming in as a direct result of that earthquake over there in Japan. Meanwhile, in Dominica, Saint Lucia also experienced earth movement that was early Sunday morning. The country of Dominica, Martinique, and St. Lucia also experienced earth movement. We continue with latest developments, my friends, in the region. We are still in the Caribbean. And so we got some development on the gas situation in St. Lucia. What we are hearing from government officials is that the gas price, fuel prices at the pump remains the same. There is no change in the price of gas. I believe St. Lucia pays $16 or so per gallon of gasoline. I believe it is one of the highest numbers in the Leeward Islands. Let us also look at the crime numbers, for 2023 in St. Lucia. Some people will not agree. Some people would say, well, I believe it is more, I believe it is less. But let's look at the numbers there in St. Lucia. We are looking at, for the year 2023, 75 murders, 25 more murders there in St. Lucia. Now, this number mimics the 2021 figures, which were the same, by the way, 75. The latest was a young man from Castries who was stabbed. He was taken to one of the local hospitals where he succumbed to his injury. And this person's, the name is Shane Edwin of Castries, St. Lucia, who was the latest number added to this crime, this murder rate. Let's also remember that a decomposed body was found at some location there in St. Lucia, and we got to wait on police report, and they will have to decide whether it's a murder, whether it's natural cause. So the possibility is there. Based on that report, that number would have to be added to the 75, which would take the murder rate in St. Lucia to 76, which is the highest since 2022. Well, 2022 was actually 76, so it would be the same as. So we see no changes in the murder rate in St. Lucia. We're still fighting around 75 and 76, and that is not a good number at all for the country. In 2029, in St. Lucia, the murder rate was actually 50. In 2018, it was 43. So we had, in 2018, we had 43. 2019, we had 50. Then we had, we step it up in 2020, where we had about 55. And then ever since, the numbers have been moving up, and that's not really good for the country. Meanwhile, in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, their numbers are showing 54 for the year 2023. Their numbers is around 53 the last time we checked before we came on our platform. All right. Again, we want to wish everyone a beautiful 2024. All right. Let's look at some figures over there in Barbados. Not crime. We're looking at visitors' arrival for the new year. Just the new year, Barbados is reporting record-breaking number of visitors at the Grantley Adams International Airport, where they saw an increase of visitors to the island. That is for the new year. New year arrivals was one of the highest that they've ever experienced in the country. A lot of people are running over to Barbados. Wow. And congratulations to the people of Barbados and the government of Barbados. All right. We hope that the other countries can take a page out of Barbados. They're doing something right over there. We don't know what it is, but something is happening over in Barbados. Yes. Meanwhile, in St. Lucia, we're still waiting for numbers over in St. Lucia arrival. What can I say, folks? So let's get into the juice of the matter. The Honorable Philip J. Richard Frederick, government MP for one of the constituencies in Castries, released his New Year address to the nation, and it was a call for unity. It is a call for reconciliation, and in that address, the Honorable Richard Frederick asks that he be forgiven. He's asking if he have done anything to anyone that you forgive or let it go. Let's go to that clip while you're there. All right.
Exit of 2023 and welcome the entrance of 2024. I want to thank all those persons who have assisted me in making 2023 what it was. It was indeed an eventful year. To those whom I may have offended during the year, either through inadvertence or through my human weaknesses, I want to ask for an apology. I want to apologize to all those I offended. To those who have done me wrong, I forgive you. I cannot go into the new year carrying any kind of burden on my conscience. For whilst to err is human, it takes a real one to accept responsibility for his or her wrongdoings. Only a few days ago, I was watching an episode of, how do they call it again? Road Wars, or Road Rage, that is. And a simple mistake for which a driver ought to have apologized. He did not. An altercation ensued and he ended up dead. He was wrong, wanted to be strong, and the whole incident, which could have been avoided, ended in his demise. Let us own up. Let us take responsibility for our actions. Let us respect each other, and let us live in peace, in harmony, and in unity. For we all know that the past is behind us. 2024 is before us. In this year, let peace prevail. Let it be exuded from within so that the entire environment in which you find yourself may be a peaceful setting. Let us be the light that will shine the dark pathway of a fellow brother or sister. Let us love each other just like the Almighty loves us. And let us treat each other the way we would like to be treated. Rest assured, if in moving forward for 2024, we accept those basic principles, St. Lucia would be indeed a much better place. May God bless all of you. I wish you blessings throughout 2024 and, of course, good health and prosperity. Richard Frederick saying again, happy 2024.
All right, so that was Mr. Frederick, who is presently a government minister, and my God, it has been a very rocky week, year, with Can I Help You and Mr. Frederick. And before I speak on Mr. Frederick's New Year speech and what seems to be a New Year resolution, let's go back to 2023 for a minute and let's have a conversation there. What we saw, let's look at the last part. Let's deal with one social commentator who proclaimed he was speaking on behalf of Mr. Frederick and went attacking non-stop United Workers' Party supporters, especially the Honorable Alan Shastley. We saw that individual actually losing his head before the citizens of St. Lucia. We saw it in real time, that pundit, and many of us just sat, even though we were being attacked, and many of you saw those last attack on me, in particular, throughout the festive season. Even after we called for a timeout and we say, look, let the people enjoy the season, let the people, rest, let them just reflect on the holidays. Let's not add any more pressure to these people who are suffering already. Let's not bombard them with a lot of the negatives that are happening in the country or anything else. What we saw was a doubling down by this pundit. Got personal, bitter. Then the vulgarity started. The nasty language, foul language. It went just off rail, and we observed for a period of time, and many individuals that I communicated with privately said to me, this is not going to end well. It is not going to go well, because based on their observation, even as psychologists, they're saying, look, this person is being driven by their emotion, and their ego is so high that they depend on the audience to give them that steam, that push. Every time the audience would support what the person is saying, then they go off and off and off and off. And so in our deliberation privately, the individual said that the character that we're seeing will run out of steam, or will run into a brick wall or over the wall. And what we saw right before our eyes was an escalation of rhetoric that we do not support, or we do not even allow our children, to hear or to get involved in. We saw that person teaming up, tagging up with others, and it got really loud during the festive season, and many of us looked at it as lack of respect for religious people, those religious people like the Catholics and others who celebrate, as they say, the birth of Christ. And here we had, lack of regard for a festive season that we should have reverenced even more. And that pundit, self-appointed political pundit, went off the rail. We have never seen anything like this before. It was nasty. It was divisive. It was just ungodly. And sadly, you had many Christians who went under those lives and started partaking in such a diet that is poisonous to your eternal salvation. And right away, we saw it was Sabbath night. I do not go over these things, but when I went looking at those videos later on, I had to switch it off quickly because the words that were coming out, the anger, it was like you were dealing with a person who was intoxicated, and it was just going crazy. And the person threatened. There were a lot of lines that were crossed, and the pundit started clapping and laughing, and it was so. Even individuals from the Labour Party side just was like, all right, this is too much. This has gone too far. And before you knew it, Gregory Charles came out and he said, oh no, this is not good. Then you had many others. Some of them called me. SLP supporters called me. They called other people and they said to them, brother, we do not know what this is. We don't like it. We do not want part in it. No, no, no. Then we had Alexander coming out and say, no, too dirty. This is no good. Then we had a lashback, and then what we found, while I was on a live, somebody said, well, the pundit is calling your name. They call your name. And I'm like, why? Why would my name be called? What is the problem? Then I looked and I saw the individual crying, apologizing to Minerva Ward and all these sorts of things. And I'm like, how did we get there? As men, as grown men, do we not know that there are limits? There are lines that we should not cross? Do we not know that? Those who speak on behalf of politicians or in their favor, do we not know that there are lines that we just do not cross as decent human beings? You just can't cross them. And these individuals have had to apologize over and over and over again. And while even their own listeners is saying to them, that's not what we want to hear. Please, let us move away from the personal attacks and let us deal with the issues that are affecting the nation. Let us get back on track. And it was something for me, even me, to behold that with all the dysfunction, individuals try to pull me in. Folks, I am not involved in dysfunction. I do not want to be drawn into these types of stuff. Now we have Mr. Frederick coming forward and he's saying, look, it's time to stop now. We've had enough. We've done enough. I have done enough, basically, based on what I'm hearing him saying. I've had enough. I was one of them who came under the wrath of the minister. He don't know me. And so I came under his wrath, and I accept the apology for me. I hope, friends, that going forward that we can have these heated debates, but we can respect each other. The nation need that break. The poor families who are suffering need that break. All of us need the break. People are free to express themselves. With freedom of expression, friends, it comes with responsibility. There are boundaries that we do not cross. And while people are telling me don't be fooled, I am not fooled by anything, folks. What I, as an individual, want to see in a nation is what I have been speaking about all the time. Respect for the citizens from government ministers. Respect from the citizens. Respect from the government towards their citizens, people that they represent. And everyone can cast their judgment. Folks can say, well, I don't believe, I don't accept. Folks, for me, as a Christian, who said to folks, Jesus says, come, though your sins be as scarlet, he will make it white as snow, he will give you a new start. All of us need to start somewhere in being better in our society. All of us. And when I fall, I would hope that I get the same grace. And I hope when you fall, that you get the same grace to pick yourself up and to charter a new way forward. And rightfully so, a lot of people are skeptical because of the history, the constant bombardment of bitterness and hatred and anger. A lot of citizens are just at a place where they don't believe anything, where they're not confused. They're just saying, we will see. That's all they're saying. We will see. Because you can't beat me up. You can't bloody me. And come back to me with a big smile and say, you know, let's have a conversation. Why did you say what you say? Why were you doing what you were doing? Why would you why were you threatening? Why were you belittling others? And that's why I understand the skeptic, the mood of the citizens. It is not new. When Saul became Paul, Saul was known among the people as one who killed Christians. He would brutalize the Christians. Paul, on his way, on his travel, met with Jesus, and he said to him, why are you persecuting my people? And he said, but Lord, why am I doing that? And his name was changed to Paul, and when he was sent to the same people he was persecuting, the people were afraid. Even though God sent him, they were afraid. They were like, but this is the same Paul, Saul, who was killing us, chopping us, breaking our necks, cursing us. This is the same Saul. But Saul had to prove himself to the people. He went out and he made the difference. As a matter of fact, he was one of them who turned the entire then known world upside down with the gospel of Jesus Christ. So I understand how people feel. I understand your emotions. I understand your concern. Our citizens are saying, you are calling for peace. We have not had a real conversation. You are saying, okay, time out. And you know, if you listen to him, he said, look, I made a mistake. I wronged you. He admitted that he wronged many people. You had Menifa Ward, you had Marvin Charles, you have a whole set of other citizens. The year ended where MBC and Mr. Frederick was defeated in court by a young woman who felt the wrath of Mr. Frederick. Wrongly, by the way. The court ruled in her favor that what was done to her was wrong. We ended the year also with an appeal court, the CCJ, saying to NBC that there is a case and there is nothing you guys can do to tell us as a court that there is no case and we should close it. No, the case will go forward. And by the way, it's going forward and you guys got to pay Mr. Guy's loyal legal fees. Brethren, it is beginning to dawn a new day in our nation. The conversation have run into a brick wall where some got to deal legally. Some people got to pay dearly. Some institutions, press institutions, are being held for the words that comes out of their mouth. Folks, you do not understand. And we got to, in order for us to have healing and understanding, we must understand what took place. We must discuss it. Most of you under my voice would agree with me that it was nasty, that it was dirty, it got personal, it got outrageous, it was unbecoming of any human being at all. I came under heavy attack. I was called names and it was bad in 2023. Bad. And every time we would call for accountability from our government, some feel that this is an SLP St. Lucia now, so other citizens cannot speak. Brethren, it was brutal in 2023. Most of you would agree with me. But what I can say is that, and I've always said it, that righteousness exalts the nation. I always say to you that unrighteousness will not last. Unrighteousness cannot be sustained. And you better believe me. The word says all unrighteousness is sin. And he who partakes in it will suffer the same fate of the enemy of God, which is Lucifer. All, remember, unrighteousness is sin. Unrighteousness towards the poor. Unrighteousness towards those who need to get their passports renewed. Unrighteousness towards those who are driving on our roads. Unrighteousness to those who will use the Viewford hospitals. And we can name a lot of unrighteousness that have taken over the land. Bullying, victimization, race baiting. We saw threats. I received threats from an individual that I don't know of. I have no quarrel with that individual. Claim that he speaks on behalf of Mr. Frederick and we should leave Mr. Frederick alone. A citizen is saying to us that we should leave a government minister alone when we are the ones, the gatekeepers of our Constitution. We are the gatekeepers that stands between our government and the people. We are the voice. But you have a pundit on social media with all the vulgarity and the nasty rhetoric says to us, leave the man alone. And threatened to bust my head and ask me if I ever get lashed, if anybody ever sneak up on me. The answer is yes. Many sneaked up with me while I was in St. Lucia, when I lived there. But many of them were confronted with my legal licensed firearm at the time. So the answer is yes. I have been ambushed. Yes, people did sneak up on me. The answer is yes. And the last one who sneaked up on me, one fateful year, I went to the Bodily Correctional Facility to preach for church service. And while I stood before the residents there, that same young man sat there under the sound of my voice. After the service, I went to him and I asked him, what are you doing here? What happened to you? And I had a nice conversation with him. And the conversation, my friends, was about restoration, forgiveness, and moving forward. That's what it was. But since when in our nation that people cannot question their government ministers? Since when that is something in a free democracy, a free society, that one cannot call for the lowering of gas price? Since when in our nation, the history of our nation, that citizens cannot cry concerning the high food prices? Since when road users cannot complain about potholes in the roads? Since when that citizens cannot ask for accountability, whether it's sales of land, whether it's anything else in the country? Since when that people are dogs because they are asking for relief? They are asking for minimum wage. They are asking for lower gas price. They are asking for something to be done when it comes to food insecurity in the country, healthcare. Since when that the citizens become the enemy of government? Since when? And we saw 2023 as a very bad year when it comes to our government. And while they were doing, as they say, their best, they drowned out their messages with cursing and mapweing the opposition leader. They drowned out their own message with noise. Every time they go to the Senate or the House, it is either Mr. Chastney or Mr. Chastney. We never get a full debate of bills that are being addressed that will impact the citizens. We never got a really clear debate. It was always tainted with Mr. Chastney. The main theme of the bills were Mr. Chastney, our opposition leader. And so the citizens got caught up fighting under these live programs, live broadcasts of the Senate. Citizens were afraid to even go under the NTN website, afraid to go on Facebook to look at the debate because they are afraid that they will be cursed off or insulted. And even to go under the nightly news, people just stay away, citizens just stay away from watching the news on Facebook because they're afraid that somebody's going to curse them out once they see them pop up. That's what we had. The citizens of St. Lucia, that's what we had. In 2023. And we got to call it what it is. It was nasty. And ain't nothing can clean it because it was just nasty. Now, the sad thing is that for those out there who say that they represent the St. Lucia Labour Party, they have done tremendous damage to the Labour Party. And most of you will agree with me, they have done some serious damage to this party with the insults, the nastiness. And many of them thought that they were doing something to either me, Gregory, or anybody else, Charles or somebody else who's speaking out there. They thought they were doing injury to us, when all they were doing is drowning out their message. And the Prime Minister got caught up in that. All of this we place at the foot of the Prime Minister. Because in 2023, he said to his people, go in their faces, tell them you lose. That, my friend, is aggravating the people, provoking the people to anger. And just like the Bible rebukes us and says, do not provoke your children to anger. It was bad. And every time he comes out and he speaks and tries to insult and say that Mr. Shaston is not one of us. He's a white man, he don't understand us. And many said he need to go. And do you know what really changed the whole discussion? It was also some of social media bloggers who said, I ain't going nowhere. I'm staying right here and I'm going to ask the questions. And I always say to you, when you finish insulting me, let's get back to the questions. Because if you're going to be insulting and trying to humiliate me, I will wait for you to do that, because it takes nothing away from me. I will wait, allow you to go. But we must ask the questions. You must answer the questions that we're asking. So we will watch. We will listen. And we will remind Mr. Frederick that you said that you were sorry. And you asked for forgiveness. As a preacher, all I can say to you, it's a good place to start. But the citizens want to see action. Action speaks louder than words. And I pray and hope that we would not have to live through 2023 again. I pray that our women will not be insulted anymore. I pray that Mrs. Shastney would not be insulted and humiliated in the House, but that you, government ministers, can sit in the people's house, not your house. As a matter of fact, your lease is ending soon. And I repeat, your lease is ending soon. And I strongly believe that the citizens of St. Lucia are eagerly waiting to send a strong signal to all governments that we the people will not be insulted. We the people will not be humiliated. We the people would not be left out in the rain to get a passport and wait 6 months to get it. We the citizens will no longer drive on roads that are damaging our vehicles and our pockets. We the citizens will not be running in the rain to get to an airline. We the citizens of St. Lucia demand better. And we the citizens will send you, or we will issue you, not a warning, but a political flogging. We will remove you. And we will send that signal to all politicians that we are the boss. Not you. You work for us. And the sooner you realize that you work for us, then you would do better. You would act better. So, people are still complaining. We still have all the issues that got to be dealt with. GPH, we do not know what that is. And that's the truth. The citizens of St. Lucia, they are confused. We still don't have the answers to GPH. We still don't have the answers on why, and we must get answers, why our roads are in such a mess. Why? And I would ask the United Workers' Party to please look into it. As soon as we, the citizens, put you into office, in the driver's seat, we want a report. No more will you say to us, United Workers' Party, government, that forget about it, let's move on. No, we want to know. Because we have been hearing too much about bubble and corruption, we no longer will accept you going in and say nothing to us. We would like to know what went wrong with road repairs in the country, and we want the truth. We want to know what went wrong at St. Jude's. Something went wrong at St. Jude's because somebody borrowed $200 million and still have no idea how much it will cost to finish the hospital. Somebody is working right now on completing the old hospital without knowing the end cost. We, the citizens of St. Lucia, want to know. We deserve to know, how can a government borrow monies on a project without a plan? We got to know. Why are we scaling down on the hospital, on the airport in Viewfort? Why?
Caribbean American News Network, the news you report. Let's get to work with the one and only Garfield Olliver, the most loved on Facebook. Tag a friend, tag a hack, share the page.
So we would want to know. We need to know. Why? Why? $200 million loan. And the citizens are still in the dark. And the only thing that we've gotten is mapui and insults. And I want to go back to the roads. What in the world are you guys doing with our roads? Why are you saying to us that because it is raining, our roads are so bad? Why are you saying that to us? We didn't hire you for excuses. The people of St. Lucia hire you to get solution. There are ways of securing our roads. Our roads are, the banks are more secure than the roads. The roads are not secure. These roads are, you're driving on these death traps. That's what they are. Death traps. Bananas, the farmers. And you know what's going to happen? Nothing new under the sun. A rush to do everything just to satisfy the campaign season. And if you are waiting until closer to elections for you to do stuff that need to be done now, shame on you. Healthcare is not any tool for campaign. The security of the nation is not a tool for your campaign. Our roads, not a tool. Why? Because the lives of people cannot wait until you play your game before elections. No. Just like COVID. COVID should have never been used as a political game. And we saw what happened. Hundreds of St. Lucians lost their lives because we use COVID as a political football, when what we were actually doing is using the lives of St. Lucians as political football. In my estimation, St. Lucians, 2023 was a nasty year in politics. And that pundit on the other side of the aisle placed the icing on the cake in December, when in my estimate, his calculations was off. Because his calculation was to inflict maximum damage on me. Because my character is too clean. We can't get mud on him. We want mud, but we can't get it. And we saw where $100 mud they tried to use to throw at me. I read from an SLP supporter, strong supporter, who said in their post, "I can never believe anything this man says, because he has proven to be a liar." Not my words. So the hole that was set for some of us to walk into, they walked into their own holes. And when they got into their own holes, they started to cry because their own medicine was too bitter for them. I don't give my daughter medicine that I can't drink. He that diggeth a pit shall fall in it. We saw even this 2023 where another pundit comes out and said, "I am done. This is nasty. I don't support what is happening there." And that person bailed out. KKRR, bail out. He said, enough is enough. And many of you would know that both of us have had our time together, back and forth. You know what he tried to do to me. Again, it's the same method that they have used in the past. If we go after him, we will break him because he's not a fighter. He don't cuss, he don't scream. And I remember KKR said, there was something about Garfield that I just don't know. I don't like him. There's something about him. I can't put my hands on it. He's slippery. And no, I'm not slippery. I was trained by the wise man Solomon that he that can hold his tongue would be at peace. And the tongue is one of the greatest downfall of men and women in a society. And one of the other things I learned from the wise men is that women, sex, money, you got to watch. Because the brightest of lights and those who are more righteous than righteous can easily be thrown off and have been thrown off in history by sex and money. So I learned those things quickly. That I should drink water and mind my business and leave women alone and leave these things alone because they are your downfall. And ask many of those kings. those were the downfall. So when I hear they tried everything, one said he sleeps with Molly Mall. Just throw things out. Why? Because they cannot find the dirt that they need. Because God has kept your humble servant at peace. God has kept your humble servant focused. And I say to you that anytime you see me doing magic with myself is when I move my eyes from Jesus and I start to look at myself. Then affair magic come with. But once we can learn these great lessons in life, friends, laissez mouna ka pale yo ka di se bagay yo. You know what you do them? Ou just ka fè ça. Because you have an inner peace. And this is what happened to Gregory Charles' friend.
And usher him out. Take his microphone and usher him out. Take his microphone and usher him out. Take his microphone. Just a minute. Just a minute. Take his microphone. Usher him out.
I know the person ain't out yet, they're just playing around, emotional games. And many of us who studied a little psychology, we understand the game. Show emotion. Whenever what, I'm so sorry. 2 seconds after, all hell break loose again. Nobody ever wins in these nasty games. But the intention, of course, was to malmeny your humble servant. May Gregory say amen. Gregory say atomic bomb. Gregory giving all his bit, your papa bit la. Your papa, every time, and I observe, every time Gregory says something in rebuke to the individual, they come after me. And I'm not talking, I'm not involved. And that's how I know that their agenda was set and backfire. And will continue to backfire. Because I am an individual of consequence. I am, believe it or not, one of the real McCoy. I don't talk much about myself, but I'm the leader of the A-team. I lead the wolf pack. I am Rudolph. Travel at the front. I know. He has everything to lose. He have everything to lose, and he's a Christian, so he wouldn't tell us off, so we can tell him what we want. We can call him a thief. We can say that he sleeps with this one. Brooks, you cannot have... Listen to me. And let me say to those of you who might have almost swallow that coffee, that bad drink. Let me say to you folks, I ain't stupid. Like my friend Lincoln Pastel will say, I look stupid. Lincoln, you ain't look stupid. I look stupid, but I ain't stupid, Pastor Garfield. I say, nah, you ain't stupid, brother. Yeah, I look stupid, but so I'm saying, I might look like an easy target, an easy run over. But I keep saying to you guys that I'm very strategic in my approach to situations. I hold my peace. I hold my tongue. I control my anger. I pray about my anger. I pray about the situation. And then I wait for advice. And then I move forward. But some of you carry, it's like you don't take counsel. You think you know everything. Ou pa akoute moun ka do pa fè sa pa bon. Le moun ka pale pli pase yo because ou connaît tout bagay. Ek madame la pale ba ou, madame la won ou, ek sa madame la dit ite right ou sav. Même si sa pa kota moun la. Moun la te right, moun la do, gasa do bout bagay sa. Gregory Charles vini, Gregory Charles vetou, Gregory Charles di gasa do bout bagay sa pa bon. But pride goeth before the fall. Ignite these all. Si mo vini si pou hele. Na hele pou se male wea. Because your pasa hen manje. Si na hele pou se farmers la. Si na hele bay se moun na tout motoka yo ka kraze. Na hele bay se fam la ki pasa hen yo ni kansek bay ko ek yo pasa hen healthcare. Si lesa na vina le Facebook ek hele. Makay jeme hele because a moun di myself ole. Makay jeme hele because makay hen support from niput organization. Makay vini siya. Ik se lesa ou kasaf kiles ki nom. Ek lemwe fin hele. Na mete na crashe dife ale system la for better healthcare, better roads, and lower gas prices and lower food prices. Mwen kay hele because mwen fe maje komwe. Ek a moun ka vin, a moun di mwen correct mwen. You like when you correct a spoiled child like a hele hee.
Under UCC Law Sections 1 to 207, 1 to 308, I am imposing my reservation of rights.
Thank you. So, and that's why I say to us, friends, we got to think before we act. There are too many politicians who think they know it all. Mr. Shashni goes, he warns government, he says to them, and I remember it, I remember when the government took over and Shashni said in the House, guys, there is a recession ahead of us. We got to prepare for this recession. They laugh and say, oh, you had how many years? You're the longest serving prime minister. You're not even one of us. And I remember it like yesterday. Mrs. Shastner said, fellas, there's a storm coming. But like everything else, they play around. You see me gwin. He warned them. COVID, you see me gwin. Gas price, see me gwin. St. Jude's Hospital, see me gwin. Our roads, see me gwin. DHL or Cabot, see me gwin. Passport, see me gwin. A whole set of spreading seeds in the land. Because they know it all. And every opportunity Mr. Shastner gets, he's saying, fellas, there is a crisis ahead of us. And the fellas say, what crisis? What crisis? We want our vaccine money. What crisis? When the crisis came, then you know what we heard from them? Well,
I heard this shot fella. The sky is falling. I heard this.
That's what we heard when the sky started to fall. And even when the sky started to fall, they didn't see it, you know. Even when the short fella started speaking on the sky falling, the fella say, ain't no sky falling, is we here. We the only one that can manage St. Lucia. You crazy, sky falling on us? Brethren, when the sky falls through on the roads, they say it's the rain that do them that. You ever song say the rum that do them that, the rum that do them that? Well, they say the rain mash up the road. And ever since that town hall in Brooklyn, it was the rain. Since then, everything went sour. And the rain is still falling. Not the skies, you know, they didn't see the sky. The rain, they themselves see the rain falling. And then the food prices start going up, 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 up. No flour, no sugar, shortage, up, 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 up. Prices, sky falling on poor people. Crushing our poor families. And they tell the poor families, ain't nothing to see here, everything is all right. It's them flabbo that feeling the pain, not y'all. And the same labor supporters are saying, but we feeling it, sir. And they say, no, it's flabbo. They took the vaccine money, that's why we can't do anything. Remember the major problems in St. Lucia was vaccine money that prevent them from choosing the new structure for St. Jude's. It was the vaccine money that stopped them from continuing the airport. They did a big review, say that they were ball and everything. Guess what? Where's the bubble? And you St. Lucians sit there and you don't continue to ask these questions. Where is the bubble at the airport? Where is it? Grizzly Highway, bubble, Shastney Father. They put a roundabout because Shastney Fatherland was there. No, we found out that Mr. Shastney's father, Mr. Shastney Father, gave the government lands. So he lose, he ain't gain nothing. He gave them the land. Jack didn't want us to bid on the beach. We found out that Jack didn't only allow them to bid on the beach. Jack hired them at Cabot, consultant, all the little who wanted to bathe on the beach but couldn't bathe. They were standing on the beach, you know. All of them with COVID, standing on the beach. But Jack didn't want them to be on the beach. You know, after that, what them fellas do? Fellas say, Shastney sold the Piton. Reverend, if the Piton was for sale, I am buying it. Because I can't build a house on the Piton. They're not saying to the citizens that the land is privately owned, sold by the original owners of those properties. And like Kenny Anthony said, the land was just too expensive for us as a government to buy. Kenny said it. He made a judgment as a prime minister that, yes, the land is for sale. We could have gotten the land, but we did not have the money. And with Kenny Anthony under his leadership, the problem was Kenny Anthony could not have gotten money from anywhere. They had already burned all their bridges. So they couldn't get any money. They had already take money from everywhere, including Alan Shastney's father. They had exhausted the piggy bank under the bed. You hear Philip Juppé say he can't find the lockbox? He's still looking for lockbox from since under Kenny Anthony. They went into the lockbox. They went into the piggy bank. They went into the, you know, these old women back in the days used to take the money and put it in their bra. They went in the brassiere. They went in every corner of St. Lucia. And when Kenny couldn't take again, Kenny went on radio and he said, something happened and we couldn't borrow. Do you know what the something was, St. Lucians? So don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. Don't be bamboozled. Truth is the truth. And the truth is that there were no problem at the Huronora airport. All we had to do was continue with the original plan and we would have had a good airport right now. I would have lived on the airport. Mope, I is afraid. Huh? All they had to do was to build a medical complex with both structures. You all love the old building so much. I don't know what and why you guys just in love with the old building. I don't know why. I don't know why you're in love with this old building. I don't know. I don't know. Why? But we, the citizens, we know why. It's because Shasna built a new one, and that's all. Ain't nothing to fall in love with the old building. I went there and I fall in love with the new one. Any man with good eyes and good taste, you drive in there and you're asked to choose, you would choose that sweetheart, the big building. But you guys saw two buildings and you choose the one that was way at the back, Amaji. That one could have been used for other medical purposes. So you use the new building as your main hospital and you have all these other buildings can be used on the property. You guys went in all your excitement coming out of winning and you say, oh my God, it's empty. Duh. All the noise y'all were keeping, you thought it had beds? And that's a problem with y'all. You keep a lot of noise that you drowned out your own self. And then you get lost in your own self. And you cannot get back on track. So they said, it's an empty car park. So why didn't you park your car there? Car streets is congested. Yes. I don't know. It's empty. It's leaking. Duh. It ain't finished yet. It's under construction. When you build your house and the fellas come, they already put up the brick and they put up the rafters and they put the galvanized and rain come the night. You're going to get wet, of course. So if you didn't seal the side of the thing properly, where the water going to go? On the sides and run into the building, of course. All these experts. But what they saw with a box. An empty box. Nothing in it. Nothing. No electrical. Nothing at all. And the whole world wonders. And everybody start the box. My people, it is time for you to be independent thinkers. I don't care what party you're from. Be an independent thinker. Think for yourself. Many of you are in St. Lucia and you never see the hospital in Vieux Fort. I would say shame on you. And I feel bad to tell you all, shame on you all. Some of you live right there in St. Lucia and you have not gone there to see the hospital. You don't even know where it is. I knew where it was. And I live up here. I went to see it. I wanted to see it. I inspected the fence. I'm the one who came up and tell you guys fence ain't complete. When they told you it was completed, it wasn't completed. And that's how I knew that we were being misled on other matters. Because they said to us, the fence is done. And I said, oh, with them, the fence ain't done. For the fence to done, they got to fence the new building. Fence can't done if you're into the new building. And they did not do it at the time. And then one spokesperson came out and said, well, the fence is finished. And then on the same breath, she said, well, we are completing the fencing. If it's finished, it's finished. You need to complete after it's complete. It's complete already. Complete is complete. Complete is done. Finito. And you don't need no punch list for no fence. I look at the fence, brethren, and the person who mixed the concrete. They pour the concrete and only the stone. You see the stones between the concrete. All kind of craziness. And when you think you'll get a professional fencing, GPH, no story. But the year 2023, friends, was a very bad year for politics. We saw the attempt by the Speaker of the House. He made many attempts to embarrass and humiliate the opposition leader. We saw it. We saw the opposition leader challenging them in court. And up to now, the man can't pay. My prayer for 2023 is that we have better pundits or spokesperson on social media. Better. Not what we had last year. That's what we don't want. I am not in an SLP and I'm saying we want better than that. Come better. Come better. I'm saying we are watching the Senate and the House first sitting for this year. And we'll be looking, we'll be watching, and we'll be calling it out. We will shout it from the mountaintop. And you would have lost all credibility with all men. There must be peace in the land. There must be tranquility. The people must be given the opportunity to think, to reason, to breathe. And they must be given information that they can make their own assessment of and come to their conclusions. All your noise, you're not going to convert one UWP. No. All your noise. Not one conversion. I'm going to read some of your comments. I'm going to spend the rest of my night reading some of your comments. I just wanted to give you that briefing. And at the same time, I'm just testing the system. We're doing some work on it to ensure that we are firing on all cylinders. All right, let me know if the quality is still there. my fellow viewers, I am going to look at some of your comments. All right?
The content on this platform may not align with the views of a certain party or organization. It's important to note that the views and opinions expressed on a platform are often those of the individual contributors and not necessarily reflective of the organization. In this case, Caribbean American news media may not be held responsible for the content posted by its contributors. It's important for individuals to critically evaluate the information they encounter and consider multiple sources before forming their own opinions. If you have specific concerns about the content on the platform, it may be helpful to address them directly with Cam. The content.
All right, so let's go over to our Facebook page and then we'll go over to our YouTube channel. Again, I want to greet everybody. Happy New Year to everyone. Yes, Happy New Year. It's a new year. New beginnings. Amen. Je France come to power because of lies. That's what happens. Bear with me, my people. Oh, I see Gregory having a good laugh over there. Arnold, Happy New Year to you. It's loud and clear. Yes, good, from St. Croix. Great. So we have our report there from St. Croix. Where's Mr. Barbuda? Martin Francis. Okay. Remy. The mismanagement of the St. Jude's Hospital construction under the Kenny Anthony-led SOP administration is well documented, so there's nothing to hide. Nothing to hide. Elita, how are you? Great. Je France, Pastor Garfield, all Fools Day when with that forgiveness speech. Let's hope for the best, Beverly. Blessed night to all. Happy New Year. Lucy, a bunch of Gwen that is not growing. Adolphus said, play the clip, the speech again. Esther, no matter how apologetic they come, the devil will always show up in them. That's their mantra. Martin Francis, and the Oscar goes to Ensign. Ensign, why did why did you say that, Martin? Why did you have to make me laugh? Martin, somebody go get Martin phone. Jafas, call Martin. Lucy, too much hate for the sake of politics. Too much. Yeah, it's true. We need a little more love. Joe say, wait and see. Is there a house sitting coming up soon? Okay, let's see. But brethren, honestly, we got to hope for the best because the tone is too loud, and that's for true. And we need to bring it down. We need to tone it down. We need to tone it down, please. We do. Maybe Martin Francis and how they're going back to using it. Let's wait to see the outcome of the madness. Martin Francis, and if the buildings were not used after all this money was spent, it will look worse. Yes, Martin, that will be another major disaster. That will be a major disaster if God forbid, we spend another $1.5 million in that, or 2 million, and that's going to be something to behold, huh? But if I say I said that because I said a bad act. But you're so funny. I'm telling you, I got you. We got to take your phone from you. Yeah? Let's go over to our YouTube channel. Let's see what our folks are saying over there. YouTube. Let's see. Our YouTube friends are saying. Just give me a minute here. Let's go over to our YouTube. Gloriana, good night to you. Good night, Gloriana. That person, I cannot pronounce their name. Mamika. Okay, I don't know how to spell it. Oh my God, just wait for next week when someone says something smart about him. See how kind he'll respond. Remember, the devil never sleep. Just watch his face. Let's see here. Let's read on. My friend Sylvia, Happy New Year to you. Yes, you and the family. No problem. Maria, Happy New Year to you also and the family. Lucy, Richard Frederick can never brainwash me. Happy New Year to you and family. Donovan, good night to you. Happy New Year to you and family. Maria, greetings to you. Happy New Year to you also and your family. And Sylvia is my technician over there. She's saying that we're coming on strongly, loud and clear.
Caribbean American News Network, the news you report. Let's get to work with the one and only Garfield Olliver, the most loved on Facebook. Tag a friend, tag a hack, share the page.
See, pal, you want to get me in trouble. This is 2024, you know, it's a new year. And you try to get me in trouble there. So I think sometimes we're too serious, you know. Honestly, we're too serious. And sometimes in speech, friends, you know you want to say one thing and you say something else, but that's not the intention. And these people will just start with some craziness. Like, you would hear them say very often, Shasney call us mannequins and backing dogs. You hear what he call us as black people? Backing dogs. I'm like, hold your horses. A lot of you. Mohalas tanzoka di moun. Pas tout chien ki hape zakay ni mash. Mohalas tanzo disa. So for y'all to come with this manufactured outrage that you're being called a dog and you know you're not liked and oh, that is so bad. No, it's not the worst that we have heard. Yeah, you go back in December and show me your outrage. The same people, they are also on the people's life who are cursing, who are insulting people, who are, you know, calling people the worst of the worst, and they are supporting it. Their own people are doing it to their own people. And selective outrage is a mighty big elephant in the room. But you know what? We have it under control. We have it under control. Selective, oh, listen to this and blah, blah, blah. And the petos, the flubbo sell the petos, and somebody scratch out the signature and give approval. And blah. Brethren, this is 2024. We got to step up on our games. Inform yourself. In other words, Shasny erased the disapproval and he put the approval. Shasny, he sell our pito, he don't like us. He give our pito. When last have you been to the pito? When last? Nobody's selling no pito. Nobody can sell no pito. Pito is not for sale. Pito will never be for sale. Is the Statue of Liberty for sale? And if you guys didn't spend all this time with the nasty rhetoric, you guys could have passed laws to protect the surrounding areas, of course. But you went to court with the landowner, exoped. You went to court with the landowner and you ped. So nobody told you that you were going to ped because you have nothing in your constitution to protect the area properly. Oh, the no-bill zone. Tell the people that there was structure there before, of course. People lived there before. People did business there before. Are there not other structures there? So from Jack, don't want you to bathe on the beach, so the pito got sold. Who bought this pito? Who bought the pito? Who? And the funny talk. Garfield said there will be no peace. You said there will be no peace. Yeah, that's what I said, right? You said that our ladies in Brooklyn who are babysitting, that they cannot talk because they're working for white people, they shouldn't talk. That's not what I said, though. I would never say such. That because somebody's working for any individual, that they should really stifle the freedom of expression. But you understood what I was saying. Most of you, you understand Zakopon Samudikadi. That you cannot be in these people's homes kissing their babies and generalizing your prejudice towards one class of people. You understood that. That is hypocrisy for you to say that these people don't like us, they're bad, they're not good. And you paint all of them as not good. But you are in their homes. When they come, when they come home, you can't tell me that you malpale in your own people, your own St. Lucian brethren, with these same people that you don't like. So who is the problem? You are the problem. That's what I called out. Oh, you have to be careful what you say. Yes, I'm very careful what I say. And I would say it 150 times over that we got to do better. We got to speak better. We got to express ourselves in a different way. While we are using those freedoms that are afforded to us through a constitution, we must also afford others those same rights to express themselves. And we must protect each other in our utterance. So if you don't know that somebody's sleeping with somebody, don't say it. You're being malicious. There are consequences to malicious people. Yes, there are legal issues that you face when you say things that are untrue. Yeah? Well, Garfield didn't give me my money, He didn't give me the $100. I didn't get it. Up to now, I don't get it.
And usher him out. Take his microphone and usher him out. Take his microphone and usher him out. Take his microphone. Just a minute. Just a minute. Take his microphone. Usher him out.
Reverend, man like trouble. Imagine somebody can say that another person make a receipt from Bank of America. Make a Zelle receipt. That person must have a lot of time on their hand to want to make a receipt. And by the way, anyway, let's not go there, but y'all like too much churro. And you're right, the person wouldn't have to be careful when speaking at those who are in government, and that is true because why? The people hired you, and you are to represent all the people, not some, all of them, and that's a fact. Can't get away from it. Yeah, but folks, how was your week? How did you spend those holidays? How you feel about this new year? How you feel about the new year? Let's hope that it bring everything good. And so far, the truth is, I like where we're at right now. I'm hoping that it is real, not fabricated, that not a game, but I hope that we can have a better discourse. We can deal with more issues than personal attacks. We can challenge the opposite side when they come out and say, look at what my government is doing, this is good. And you can have a back and forth and say, no, that's not good. You can't talk about that policy. That's not good. As a matter of fact, that's not a policy you should boast about. That's not good. All right? So we are better on the issues. Eva says she feels optimistic. By the way, Eva, I hope you feel better. We're praying for you. We are rooting for you. And you have a bright future ahead of you. And we'll continue to keep you in prayer, Eva. Yes. And let's go into this new year believing that all will be well, believing that God is going to, open doors for you and your family, that you will have that breakthrough that you've long been desiring. And it is what it is, But I wish all of you all the best in this new year. And my prayer is that we all be better. We all lift the discussion up. Martin, I think I had too much to eat over there. Martin, you need to go and get some shinitwef or whatever you call it and drink some stuff to wash that thing out. You eat so much. So moi just hope ba my kosho. Because moi had these pa my koshos ba koute moi. All right. No problem, Eva. We love you. Yeah, Martin, my twap. Mama, twap, Jean-François, you have to check on your brother there, man. He on the sofa can't move. He might twap cochon. Yeah, but I have something here that I wrote. Let me see if I can find it. The United Workers Party is going to be celebrating 60 years of existence. Wow, 60 years. And it will be a good time for us to, to look at some of the achievements, some of the downs, some of the ups, and Look forward to fun. Say he good. You sure he good? Eh. I tell him already he got to come to confession. I put in Gregory Charles on him. Martin, once Gregory Charles don't send me a drink. So wait. So who Gregory Charles send to drink cod liver oil? Brother, you see, you see this brother Martin who so Gregory gives somebody upset stomach. So far as I don't know, why is me? Why is me? Somebody had to drink on liver oil.
And usher him out. And usher him out. Take his microphone and usher him out. Take his microphone. Just a minute. Take his microphone. Usher him out.
Lord, abide with me. Whoa, Martin, that one is bad. That one is a hit. But you trying to put Gregory Charles in trouble because Gregory is in charge. You know, he's the real deal. So what do you say? Gregory is a bush doctor. He's a medical doctor. How is it he administering cod liver?
And usher him out. Take his microphone and usher him out. Take his microphone and usher him out.
Yes, sir. More pay Gregory, honestly. But I boy cod liver oil. Gregory, ba mo ka buy cod liver oil. 2001 akuto. 2,000 charge. Nakuto because Marvel cut liver oil. Man. So who you give that stomach? It either said, if you know, you know. Well, I ain't know. The rum shop. Who's the rum shop? Who's that? Charles Hour. Eva, cause Charles know 2014 is diarrhea all the way. Eva, I hope bad boy because we need 2014. So Gregory will have to give you some cod liver oil too. Yes, Gregory near me. Yes, we pay. Ma hele do vamun. Na se we pou hele gas. Moi même moi kay wise me. Eva, I don't take your bait. I ain't taking your bait. We laughing now, but that was serious. On our YouTube channel, we have, I can't see the name properly. Alice, she says, yes, I will be better for a song. Writer said, my tomorrow will be better than today. Hallelujah. Yes, your tomorrow will ever be better than your today. Yes, we got to think positively. Amen. But them people on your Facebook want to put me in trouble because look, they're putting Gregory in trouble now because they say Gregory normally administer cod liver oil. What? Which brand? Seven Seeds? Seven Seeds cod liver oil. But imagine me why cod liver oil for Moon Hilly. Cod liver oil for Moon Hilly. What medicine make you cry a lot? It messes up, it throws off all your hormones. So you get very emotional and you cry very easy. Martin, Martin, I'm going to disconnect this live because anyway. Also, you mix it as a mixture of rum and cod liver oil. That bones have. Y'all are funny. But folks, listen. All I'm saying is that I want us to oh, Papa. Why? Lord, why did I come on tonight? Leader said the laughter is good for the soul. That thing giving me a headache. Gregory, you have any more of that same medicine? Naibuze titak pa mavle shy because mavle hilia shy. Just a little bit, a timoso. Where? A little teaspoon. Not a tablespoon. So Zakadi say Greg Greeky face. Mwen kwete lot pa nan mwen ki ve sa. So demun. Oh, Gregory's following the science. So Gregory got chikilik moun yo ka jis hele. Sorry. Oh. Garfield American News Network caller, you on the air.
Pastor Garfield, good evening.
Good evening. I'm getting a headache. Are you calling on behalf of Charles?
Pastor Garfield, you ever drink 70s cod liver oil?
Well, when I was younger, Marco does bag I said,
You're having too much fun with your Flabo family. Let's keep it up.
My family though.
So anyway, I would like to wish you and your family a happy New Year. Success, good health, a little bit of wealth.
A lot of wealth, not a little bit. I
said a little bit.
A little bit?
Pastor Garfield, because Pastor Garfield, when we get too much wealth, it goes up in our head and we start doing a lot of things we're not supposed to do.
Mine going in the bank and my pocket, not in my head.
Okay, well.
But I really let me just say this while you're here. Thank you so much for all your support throughout the year and your encouragement. Thank you so much. Every time I see you log in, I feel good. So thank you so much. Happy New Year to you and your family.
Do you know who's speaking? Yes, Pastor Garfield?
Yes, I know. I don't know your name, but
to all my Flabo, to all my Flabo family, both at home and the diaspora, especially those that on vacation right now, just be careful because I'm seeing a lot of wild people on Facebook.
Oh, yeah, but they'll be okay.
Be careful. We have to pray for each other.
Mm-hmm.
and stay focused.
Mhm.
Stay focused.
Yep, yep,
So,
yep.
Pastor Garfield, that's time for me to go to sleep.
Are you going to sleep so
My
early?
vacation is
8:47?
over.
Okay, thank you so much. Happy New
Well,
Year.
Pastor Garfield, I have to go to tomorrow.
Oh, okay, okay. So get
God
your rest.
willing.
Yes, yes, yes. Get your rest. All right. Thank you so much for calling. Happy New Year
Yeah.
again. Yeah.
Thank you, Pastor Garfield. Same to you.
Okay, then, no problem. All right. Folks, if you want to call before I go, I'm just going to give you all a few minutes again. 929-586-1821. You want to wish somebody happy New Year, you can call and let us know. You know. Let me see here. Somebody said I saw something there. Where did I see it? Oh, Jofas, you know exactly who it is, right? Blessings, blessings, blessings. Emmanuel, good evening, Pastor Garfield and viewers. Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to you, my friend Emmanuel, over on our YouTube channel. Happy New Year to you. I wish you all the best. Let's hope that this year would be different. It will be a blessing. Caribbean American News Network, my friend, Happy New Year to you and your family, our favorite caller. And my friend, my good close friend.
Thank you. Happy New Year to you and to your wife and your daughter and your entire family. Happy New Year to everyone on the platform tonight. And if you're not there tonight and you're there another night, Happy New Year to you. God's blessings to everyone for the entire 2024. I wish everybody the best for the year. And I mean the very best.
Yes, yeah.
Health, wealth, love, joy, happiness, peace, God's grace, and the list goes on.
Yeah,
So, just wishing everybody a happy New Year.
What is your thought of 2023? Just a summary. What do you think of that year?
Brother Garfield, I think 2023 was a very it was a very challenging year for a lot of people. Extremely challenging. So I did not think that the government did anything to help people out of those challenges. So people had to be faced with these things on their own. Everything has just gotten more expensive and nothing has gone down, even if we see changes in prices in the rest of the Caribbean islands, neighboring islands. Better prices, that is. Fuel has gone down, and stuff like that. St. Lucia is still sky high. So 2023 was a challenging year. In politics, 2023 was a very it could have been better. However, we had pundits on Facebook telling a lot of lies and deceiving people. And that's one of the things that stood out for me, those lies and deceit that it seemed seemingly people were even listening to and believing. So 2024, I asked people to be on the lookout for that. 2023, government-wise, it's like we did not have a prime minister or a government that could account for anything. So there was no accountability to solutions. Hopefully that changes in the new year. If that does not change, we have to make it change as St. Lucians. We need to demand that this changes. Also, no matter how hard 2023 was, in terms of challenges faced by us, I have to say that I am a living example of a lot of God's grace and mercies and miracles, because everything that I was hit with for God's reason, not strange reason, but from God's grace was taken care of. So I have to say that I'm very thankful to God for that. And also 2023, we had you to talk to.
Oh my God, I appreciate you all every day. Thank God.
We had you to talk to, so I bet you a lot of us were calling you with certain things, even private things,
Oh
and
my God, a lot.
in the island, people hurting, people not having food, and I'm sure you got a lot of distress calls in
A
2023.
lot.
So
Even with the rape situation in the country, all those things, yeah.
yes, and even that too. So I'm very thankful for you coming to doing what you do every week religiously, and these days even every day when you're on the road. So I'm thankful to you for giving us a platform to air our woes and our dissatisfaction and our happiness and our sadness and whatnot. You did give that to us, so that I'm very thankful for to you.
Yes. And I'll ever be here.
And 2020, you'll always be there.
Yes.
And 2023, I can just look back and say thank God for 2023 that we survived it. I know a lot died along the way. I mean, I lost people too that were close to me, very close to me. So I can tell you 2023 but it's gone. It's gone. And what I can say to everyone is, my grandmother always said, behind every dark cloud is a silver lining. God doesn't give us more than we can bear. And the list of phrases go on. Out of every bad situation in our life or circumstance in our life, there is actually something positive that we can take out of that situation and apply to our lives moving forward. So any situation we've had, we just need to look at it for what it really is and take the good out of it and apply it and move on. And let's not hold on to the things that we can't change and the bad things that we could not tolerate. Let's not repeat it either. And that way I think we'll have a better life. And also we need to pray, we need to turn to God.
Amen.
Because this is the time when we see a lot of natural disasters. Even in the Caribbean, we have Jamaica, we have a lot of rocking and shaking in Jamaica. We've had in Haiti, we've had a lot of earthquakes in the Caribbean and tremors, but it's not being discussed too much because I guess solutions are not being rocked and shaken the way other people are. Yeah. There was just an earthquake in Japan this morning. There was a 7.5 magnitude earthquake in Japan this morning, followed by a tsunami. And I bet you a lot of people are not aware of that, you know? We have war in Israel. We have war in Ukraine. We have war in, there are things happening all over the world. However, we need to see it for what it really is. And if we are spiritual beings and we Christians and we turn to the Bible, we will see that a lot of these things are documented. So we need to pay attention, and we all need to pray and take and let God become our personal savior. Believe and trust in God, trust in Jesus, and we'll see a whole big change in our lives in the coming year. So I'm asking everybody to, pay very close attention to your spiritual life this year as well.
Amen.
And I know you're there, so if we need you, we know how to find you for some guidance.
And I keep telling everybody, call me. I'm not, don't think that you're bothering me. Once I'm available, I'm going to call you. And thank you, Cleo, for your friendship, for, as I always say to you, especially when you go through your challenges, I always say to you that God is faithful to you. God has his hands on you. He has his eyes on you. And he's going to see you through and your family. He's going to see you through. This year, 2023, I am praying that God will open an abundance on you because your heart is in the right place. Yes.
I feel it coming.
It will come by the grace
of God. I feel it coming. Amen. And God has been very, very, very gracious to me this year.
Yes.
No matter all the challenges that I went through, God was very, very, has been gracious to me.
Mm-hmm.
So 2023 may have been the hardest year of my life ever.
Yeah. Wow.
From the time I know myself.
Yeah.
So I know 2023 was bad. I know there were other people who suffered because of high prices and stuff, but my 2023 went deeper. I had losses.
Oh, yeah.
Different things happened. So I just had to deal with all of it. And God just kept me going because I would just keep praying. And before you know it, everything just falls back in place and back on track. So, I am welcoming 2024, whatever the challenges are. I already start giving them to God. Even before they touch me, I'm already saying, God, take them, take them and deal with them. And let me be able to help as many people as I've always done in my life. Let me continue to be who I am. If I need to grow spiritually, I need to grow. God needs to help me with that growth. So Brother Garfield, if all of us look out for each other as well, we have to look out for each other.
Amen.
You have started the Me Too movement. That's really, really important. We ladies can look out for the younger teenagers. We're not teenagers, we're a bit older. We can look out for the teenagers who are coming up. We can look out for the girls around us. If we belong to a church, look out for the girls in the church. Even if our daughters have friends at school, just keep an eye out for them. So we know that these kids are not being molested and taken advantage of and all the rest of it. But we have to care for each other as neighbors.
Yep.
So that's one of the things that I think we should do. We should all be very active in caring for each other.
Yep.
The Me Too movement, I support you.
Yes.
I support that movement. I will be doing as much as I can to help you with that.
Yes,
as well.
It's taking traction. People are calling. People are sending their information to us, and we look forward to helping them to heal, get better again. And I'm encouraging women who are bruised, battered by men. Don't be afraid to send us the message, send us the text. You can call us to speak confidentially, privately. Like if you follow me, I have not called anybody names. I have not come out. I hold these information very close to my chest. All right. If you say to me you want to speak your truth publicly on the air, I will organize for you. Matter of fact, I have a lady coming on sometime next week. We have a booking for next week. But to God, but thank you so much again. Blessings to you.
You're welcome. Let me let somebody else call and we'll chat. So Happy New Year to everybody on the platform tonight. Thank you, Brother Garfield.
No blessings. Yeah.
We'll talk later.
Okay then.
All right.
This is one of our favorite caller, and this year I've done my best to be there for her. And many of you don't go through what you're going through alone. Call us. Let us know that you need a shoulder to lean on. You need an ear. Just let us know. We're here for you. Don't go through anything alone. All right. And if you have suicidal thoughts, call me. We'll talk. I will help you along the way. Amen. Good. Martin Francis, what's going on? Some of the bones are in the closet. All right. So let's see here. We have an individual from Grenada. I just saw you there. Terrell, it is. I can't see the names properly. Good night. I'm listening to you here in Grenada. I'm enjoying, although I can't yesterday. Happy best for the new. Same to you. Same to you. Happy New Year to you, our Grenadian friends. Happy New Year. We love you too, and we welcome you on board. And you too can call and share your stories. You too can be a part of the network. Let us know how we can be of assistance here. That's what we're here for, service. Alrighty, but folks, I'm going to go now. It's 9 o'clock. I want you to get to your beds. It's a new year, and you got to go and pray. Jean Francis called it the word finger was fingered. Jean Francis, go to bed. Okay, folks, but it was nice being here with you. Remember, we are back on track with full schedule. We are in the next 2 weeks going to release our lineup of guests for this first season of Caribbean American News media platform. We have the Honorable Alan Chasney. We have a young lady I want to introduce you to. We have Mr. Bowers. We have a lot of guests lined up for the show. So we just got to fit them in, give them the time, and so we can have a beautiful discussion. I also invite you, SLP, ministers of government, and whatever it is you want to come on, let us know. And we're happy to facilitate you too, so that we can have discussions. We can have real discussions, not on MAPE and name calling, but we can talk about the issues, the progress of your government, what your government is doing to help some of the hardship in the country. So we look forward to having you guys on the platform too, so that we can have a back and forth. It can be heated, it can be soft, it can be whatever it is, but just come on and let's have a conversation. All right, I'll bring Namine Martin to do the interviews sometimes, and I'm inviting Mr. Peep, the Prime Minister of St. Lucia, to come on the platform. The platform is open to you. All right. Okay. All right, so let me tell you what just happened earlier today, right? Before we leave, I sent out greetings to Happy New Year greetings to a number of persons, and I'm here to report that because I sent it out, bigly, and I got a response here. Let me read it for you shortly, and that is from. This is from the host of Can I Help You? And he said, same to you. Happy returns. All right? Okay, good. So, folks, let's get to work. Blessings to you. Have a beautiful rest of your evening. Blessings, blessings, blessings. I know you can't wait for Philip Jippet to be on the platform, but, we'll be nice to him and let him, because he cannot be selling his candies only to SLP. You got to sell candies to UWP too. We want to buy. All right. So love you all and Happy New Year, first of the year. May God bless you as we depart.